What it do, baby? Welcome to Vegeta Saiyan Army. Thank you guys for liking, watching, and subscribing. Today's awesome. We got the ban list announcement. We're here with the OG Josh. Say what's up to everybody, Josh.
What's going on, beautiful people?
So I know we had a lot of opinions, and we made a ban prediction. And I know that all y'all did was look at the thumbnail. But as I said, nothing needs to get banned. And as I said, I'm not. This is not gonna be I fucking told you so kind of post. But goddamn, I said a couple of things I can see getting banned, but nothing that I want. I hate ban. I'm not gonna be real with you. I do not. I dislike bans. But let's look at this. At this announcement. So Dragon Ball Super Card Game Facebook, greeting DBS players. There's no plans to update the ban limited card list with the release of Zenkai series Set 1 Dawn of the Sea Legends. We'd like our players to experience the changes brought by the Zenkai series while retaining the card pool using BT17 Ultimate Squad. I'm going to reread that. We'd like our players to get good and try to do the shit themselves without any help. That's the shit they said. They said grow a pair of balls. They said stop being a bitch. It's not that deep. Nothing's that crazy. One of the best decks is U7, and y'all are being good and fucking getting around it. So grow a pair of balls and get around this shit, because it's my power crit. An errata will be issued to correct the awakened text. I mean, this is this shit don't matter, but they're just gonna fix up.
That was obvious. They were gonna fix part on it.
So, all right. So, Josh, what do you? Unfortunately, we couldn't have you. I do these videos so like erratically and out of nowhere. So whoever comes in. I'm sorry to have you. What was your? And by the way, if you're at home right now and you're like, hey, I really want Bergamo Champ banned, right? You're not an asshole. Like, we come from different, playstyles, especially if you're in a certain color. If you're a fucking blue player, you might hate like Ribrianne, and I totally understand. Like, if you like a color, we come from totally different experiences. It sometimes doesn't even. You'll watch a player like Andrew Duvall and a player like Jordan Markle, both great players, and they may have a different opinion. So it's not even like how good you are. Like, sometimes we just differ in opinion, and there's nothing wrong. I'm sure maybe Markle, I forget, I honestly don't know their takes, but like I just named random good dot players type. So I'm sure people want a cooler band that were a lot better than me. So let's put that out there. This has nothing to do with how good you are, nothing like that. So Josh, did you have anything that you wanted banned? Anything that you think this set just makes a lot better?
I don't think really. I think Bandai kind of wants to see what this set's gonna do with what we have right now, and I think they know there's problem cards, but they want us to figure it out for them. Because if you give us the ability to find all these broken cards, we're just gonna find all the brokens, right?
They need to just hire 3XG back, because they could have figured that shit out before them. I'm just playing. Go ahead.
and we got another set before Nationals, and the way I look at it is like the most competitive event this year. We're going to have some things adjusted after they see what happens with all of this. Personally, I think I just have grudges against certain cards. I think that if you're a good enough player, you can play around mostly anything.
Yeah.
Being a red player, I specifically hate the blue unison. I really wanted that touch. But blue, I understand, needs that. It does help them in a lot of situations to where they can control the board on big swings and they don't have to be worried as much about certain things. The other card I think that they overlooked was Heartfelt Flea going into this next set. I think Heartfelt Flea is just, like, with all the things Red's getting, people are going to really complain about it, and, I play Red, I'm going to abuse that card. The other card I think that I'm just biased against, and I think a lot of people agree with me, I think the cooler counter is a little strong.
Yeah. I got you. Okay, so let me hit a couple things, and this is for everybody. This is my reaction. This is my reaction to Bandai not doing shit this ban list. Hey, yup. That's me right now. I'm happy.
You got the lollipop
I
out
told
and
you.
everything.
I came ready. Cause look, now from now on, y'all can fucking play the game. Boo Unison. Pan. I feel like Pan's just gonna clap Boo Unison. That 2-drop. I mean, we have answers to it. Now green, that was already a strong color. Excuse me. We're gonna play against it, baby.
If you're a good enough player, you can know the cards to get around those cards. Like, I'm a red player, so I know if I'm going into a blue match and it's a heavy blue field, I'm gonna main Divine Presence at least 3. You know, like, you learn how to get good and play around this stuff.
Exactly. And guess what? Okay. What's the best deck in the game? I think there's a couple. I don't think there's any one. Trunks Vegeta, right? U7 Goku, okay? Now, fair. There's a lot of support coming to Trunks Vegeta, right? But we've seen good pilots playing Trunks Vegeta and admitting, hey, there's some like inconsistent ass games with this deck because the way the 1-drops work and the way that you need them, and a lot of times their hand can be dead as fuck. So like I feel like there's a self-checking in these decks. I know there's a lot of powerful cards, but I'm seeing people deal with this shit. I'm in a meta. Josh, when did you start playing?
That one.
So you know, we lived in a world.
I've been through it all. I've seen the worst of the worst, and the worst deck they ever had out was either King Vegeta or Mecha Frieza at full power. And nothing is even on that level right now.
Nothing.
The only thing I think is the only strong card I think arguably that could have been hit was Cooler Counter, because if you have 2 of those on a single turn, like when I played Jordan Markle at Gen Con, for example, I had every answer to his out of what he was going to do that turn. But he just so happened to have 2 Cooler counters, and it's like there's nothing you can do, you can't out-combo it, it's over. But at the same time, if you're playing yellow, you can arguably say, I need that to finish the fucking game.
Yellow is supposed to have, since set 1, that's the counter color, the trickery color, right? It started with Crusher Ball, started with fucking Copelas. That's what it does.
Flying Nimbus, all those cards just basically said, I'm gonna call your turn.
Now, is it too broken? I don't think so. Is it broken? Yes. But look at what Red's doing. And then people want to talk shit about Red, right? I'm like, well, Blue has a lot of great answers against Red. Now, I'd like to see where this new set... Give us the power. Let us... Okay, do you know what's exciting? When they ban a lot of shit, and you're like, whoa, now we have to play and not worry about this? Do you know what's even more exciting? Them releasing a completely power crept deck or set and saying, you know what? You know, I'd be worried that you guys wouldn't want to play my new set that we're releasing, the Zenkai. Yeah. I'd be a little worried. And you're right. The old shit is kind of good. The blue boo, kind of good. Cooler, kind of good. Keep it. Go ahead. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. They're saying keep it. Fuck it. Play it. 1v1 me. 1v1 me.
What I see Bandai wants blood in the water right now. They said make the craziest decks you can, be the most competitive players you can, because if you listen to Andrew Duvall's interview, he was complaining that you guys are banning too much stuff because I want to use this and it's generically good for this, but you're banning it just because it's generically good. Yeah. So I'm happy they kind of just did nothing.
Do you have any decks that you think you were worried something's going to get banned, it's not going to be that good, there's no way they're not going to hit this? In my video, I said I don't want anything banned. However, remember how Android 21 was banned because they wanted to push the new set and the new shit? Okay. They're about to make a combo heavy fucking block. So, I said I can see them banning like U7 Gohan launch because they do a lot of comboing and they want you to play their new combo. Yeah. And the green Bardock because it's against combo, but I was like, I don't give a shit. It's not topping. What do you think? What do you think about what we have now?
So I've actually experimented with like some of these decks that you're talking about. I think some of these decks in the previous format can seriously abuse Zenkai. Launch being probably one of the best ones. Launch combos a lot, and you don't ever lose your hand. So you're just accumulating, like, by turn 3 or 4, like, anywhere from, like, 16 to 25, 26 cards. And you're just using your second.
Yeah. And what he's talking about is that there's a card, we lost you, Josh, by the way, but he's talking about a card that when you combo it, it's supposed to leave the game because it goes to the drop and into the warp. But with the new Zenkai mechanic, you can actually, like, loop it. And because it can go to Z energy. So this motherfucker, shameless motherfucker right here. Hey, VSA boys, we're kind of shameless. This motherfucker got on untap. He said, fuck the ban list. I haven't heard of it. I'm just going to play with it. Fuck it. And he was playing the new 2-drop Vegeta Z card every fucking turn. And he just did that. And he had 23 cards in hand. 23, do you understand? That's half the deck. Are you on, Josh? Are you on like Donkey Kong? I can't hear you yet, but that's okay. Because look, because I told y'all that this show's going to happen. But now, here's my point to that too. Launch hasn't done shit. So give her a chance. Give us a chance to respond. I like a game where when something's broken, I can hear you now, but when something's broken, fuck it. Give me a chance to look at the library of cards, to build around it, and try to beat it my motherfucking self.
Yep.
Yay! Bandai. Yay! Let me play the fucking game. If I'm mad at launch, if I'm mad at Trunks Vegeta, at SS4, let me throw hands. Don't do it for me. Let me throw hands. I'll see you outside, bitch. And guess what? Maybe you are that good. Maybe you're that good. Maybe you'll whoop my ass. But guess what? This meta is so wide the fuck open, bro. More wide open than your cheeks getting clapped by launch. So wide open that you might see somebody you don't like. It's gonna be that diverse. Every color has crazy shit. So you're talking about launch and how good it is, and that's one example. So keep going. I'm sorry, I had to fill it in because he's shooting out of a toaster.
My old school computer keeps kicking me out. Launch I think is a deck that can really abuse Zenkai. I think that the Vegeta Zenkai card is just nutty. And you can combine it with cards like Sensu Bean. Like, people thought they were gonna hit Sensu Bean, so we have that. Like it's just, I love that. Like, we're going into this format, and it's just like, here you go, here's the new stuff, and let's see what you guys can do with it. And they know what Americans can do. They know what we can do.
Yeah, exactly. Europeans wanted to come over in their rowboat with their 5 super combos in their motherfucking pockets, and they wanted to get no. Bean ain't getting banned. Champa ain't getting banned. Bergamo ain't getting banned. Eat it, dick. Now, for the first time, everybody, we're gonna take a caller. We're gonna take a caller from some of our VSA boys, and we're just gonna get some of their opinions. Coming in hot right now from Joseph from Atlanta. Boop. Hey, Frank, long time listener, first time caller. Here's my opinion on the new. I did the shitting sound. I wasn't laughing. Yeah. No, that's what it is. Your opinion ain't shit. I want to hear it. Because guess what? This shit is nasty. They're giving us the reins, guys. Look, what are you playing and what are you having trouble with? Put it down in the comment below. If you're playing blue, you hate to see it. That's probably the color struggling the most. But guess what? I know, right? People complain about you, blue. People complain about you that you're too strong. They're like, you got blue units and motherfuckers want your shit banned. So grow up. Red players. Oh, but they, I wish I had this or whatever. But they're complaining about you, bitch. They want your shit banned. Fucking green players stay humble. Green players always stay humble.
As soon as people saw that 8-drop Gogeta, people freaked out. And it's like, I'm already hearing people talk about how to get over it. It's like, people will be like, oh, well, I can just super combo out of it. And I don't have an offense step. Like, I I can't combo into it, so you just gotta get to 35k. That card was made, if people don't realize what this card does, it was made to be like the other Gogeta that clears field, and is going to put a threat on their leader and have to make them waste resources. That's all that card does. It doesn't say I win the game. You don't drop that card and say, oh my god, I won the game.
Exactly, I agree with that. And it has like really nice synergy with the leader and all that. So, one thing I want to talk about, again, I fucking love this. I love this. Give us the power. Give the power to the players. What GameStop could never do. And make us be able to fight this meta. Let me do it. No, let me do it. When my older brother will come up, oh, you can't beat that level? Let me do it. Let me do it. That was me. Let me do it. So, coming out, I'm excited because you wanna wait for the ban list. Now, I talked in my motherfucking chat, my group chat from a local. I said I'm more excited. This is weeks ago, but I've heard a lot of people say this too. I'm more excited for the Q&A and the update of the rule book. I'm more excited about that than this bitch ass ban list y'all wanted. That's pussy.
Yeah.
The ban list, pussy. But the Q&A, this is gonna be nasty. Because guess what? I just need to know if you can negate the fucking A drop. As of right now, I think like logically you can, but common sensely you can't.
I don't think you can negate it because as soon as you attack, you're in battle. And David said that the way you interact with Gogeta. So the reason why it works this way is because when you block with it on your opponent's turn too, you put them right into that same phase. So whenever that card goes to turn sideways, you're in battle with it. So you can't interact. Okay. But if your ruling is right now, if you're outside of battle, then you can like baby unison absorb it, you can max power it away, you can do something to do like get it off the board without it being in battle. That's the way it's ruled for now.
Fair, but I'm on that side. I'm with you on that. But some people, like, I get it. Bandai has done it a few times where like the ruling didn't go with the common sense answer like what you just said. So I do want to wait for that. There's a couple other things. Anytime you introduce a new mechanic, so I want to see that. Because I want to see if I'm playing SS4 or Sin Shenron. Because like as much as SS4 is my favorite deck, SS4, Gogeta, the red one, Sin is like right there. Right there. Sin, King Piccolo is one of them. You already know my story. Goku Ape. So I just want to see a couple. I know that this rule change is gonna affect my decision, and I mean like really. So I'm excited to see that. Now that we have this, I do want to do a deck profile for a couple decks that I was like just waiting for, because now the bell has been rung. We can't unring that bell. Now we can put Heartfelt Plea in SS4.
Yep.
Now we can Cooler at 4. You hate to see it, I'm kidding. But Cooler is a card, obviously still. Oh my God, Trunks Vegeta just got so much better, bro. That fucking Goku's, I don't know. I mean, Josh is always really good at keeping track, but he is human. Have you read the Yellow Z Goku, the 3-drop, the 25k? So I'll tell you, it's again. Yeah, so it's a Z card.
The one that's like a poutine.
Yeah, but better because it's a 25k barrier. And I think he attacks when he's in rest mode. Basically, you make it so your opponent's leader or one of their battle cards cannot attack until the end of the next turn. So not only is it like a poutine, but it's also like that Sin Shenron 4-drop. When you're playing Sin Shenron, low key the 4-drop is the best card. I know that's weird, but the one that taps your leader, I know it's not. I know that like the ceiling is on like the.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the new Sin Shenron. That 4-drop in that deck. No.
Yeah, the 4-drops are always the best in Sin Shenron. So
the 20k double strike that makes something. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, the 1-drop. Yes. No, but there's one in the old Sin Shenron that like keeps a leader rested.
Yeah. The one that taps the card.
Because a lot of decks require your leader to attack. Now this Goku is barrier, and then it makes it so your opponent's leader can attack. Also, though, when you play a card, you have Trunks and Poutine, both with barrier. And then when you play your first card, special summon, I rest that card and another card. And Goku now is a third motherfucker that does that.
Yeah, so
You're
you have
gonna hear
play
that banana.
3 cards
Yeah.
just to get an attack off.
Fuck it. So now, I remember in what's it called? In U7, it's such an unwinnable matchup, by the way. But I would have to like tap one for like the Goku 19K. I'm like, all right, I procced all your effects. Here we go. Now I gotta tap that and Rush and Frieza and not swing with any of them. You hate to see it. That is so fucking crazy because now Trunks has 3. Oh, and they all have barrier. Now there's a lot of barrier removal. Again, though, I don't think it's gonna be so crazy that Trunks is unstoppable because there's a lot of decks, even in yellow, that I think might be better than Trunks. So I'd like to see where this goes. And it's not just Trunks. The story goes on. Pick a color.
I think there's going to be a couple of good yellow decks that come out of this set that they're not expecting because they don't know the new mechanic very well yet.
Yeah.
And I think Trunks Vegeta will still be in the fight with it. It might still be the best yellow deck, but I think there's a couple contenders that are going to come out because Sin Shenron, the red Sin Shenron, just obliterates the Trunks Vegeta deck. It's just
it does. It really does. It really does. You're right. And not just that. Red, just got a lot better. Because
Red just got the best set that Red's ever seen. Like when I saw the set, I was like, fucking, oh my god, my boner was so big. Mm-hmm. I'm like, holy shit, I have Big Dick Gogeta now, and I have fucking Big Dick Sin Shenron, and these are all fucking cards I can play for relatively cheap.
And
for what they do, I'd say.
It's not just the best red. I'm glad you said that, Josh. I'm glad you said that. It's not just the best red set ever. It's probably the best green set ever.
Agreed. That Goku? Goku is snap.
Oh yeah, the first one that comes up.
Okay, you got a unison. Like these people bitching about Blue Unison. It's like you got a unison problem now. You just let that Goku down and swing with it. Like, okay.
And every turn before that unison's getting its door knocked on.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta play it turn 4. This shit comes out turn 3, baby. What are you doing in blue? There's so much aggression. Like a lot of these decks don't seem like they're super aggressive, but believe me, these motherfuckers will do shit on turn 3. I can tell you right now, especially because it's leader effects. And and you know what, Bergamo and that Goku
deck and SS4 are both trying to kill you on turn 3-4.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm watching people on Untap already playing SS4 doing crazy shit. I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I'd like to see where the set goes. I'm very excited. If you're at home and you're mad, you can stay mad. I'm happy because now I can build all these fucking decks that I wanted. I was afraid. I know Bergamo's crazy, guys. Like I'm not saying these cards wouldn't be a problem, but like the game, that's how powerful each color is, and it is a wild west. You know how America is like a super fucking country? That's what they did. They just told Colombia, they just told Thailand, and they told like the fucking Virgin Islands, like, you know what? Let me give you $400 trillion of fucking airplanes and shit, and now you're all superpowers. No ban list. That's what they did. Now there's a world war going on, bro, and y'all ain't ready. Y'all thought the government was gonna take the guns away, but they didn't make a ban list. Now it's everybody against everybody. Red October. You hate to see it. So I'm pumped.
Yeah.
So I'll name a couple of decks. I'm gonna name a couple of decks, and then you go next. I'm gonna tell you what. I could name 10, so I'll name 3, because I don't want to take all the thunder. That I thought, because of this ban list, would get a little worse. Okay. I'm gonna say I gotta pick a yellow deck. So I'm gonna pick Goku. I gotta pick the Goku Ape deck. That I thought was gonna get worse with the ban list, right? For sure. SS4, because Heartfelt Please too retarded. SS4. Would they have banned anything in black? No. Anything in and you know what? And Vegeta SS4. So Vegeta SS4 and Gogeta SS4, because Vegeta SS4 is not as great as these decks, but it really relies on blue good stuff. Like, it's not very, like, you can't play any black battle cards. You can get too spicy with it. That new Andrew Duvall card coming out, it's amazing. Good job, Andrew, by the way, as usual. But that card, you don't want to play multicolor in that deck, right? So every time you take out anything that's mono blue good stuff, it suffers, right? Especially Blue Unison, it's a staple. So those are some decks that I think were going to get worse, but now I'm excited that they remain relevant, right? It's a wild, wild west. Name a deck that you think is broken, and I'll name you 3 that are on the same level or better. So Josh, what deck do you think that you thought was going to get nerfed because of this ban list, but now remains scary and you're excited to talk about?
Trunks Cheetah, 100%. That's
Trunks
the one
Cheetah?
deck I think, yeah, I thought they were going to hit Poutine. I thought they were going to hit Cooler. And the fact that they didn't, and then now they have all these new yellow tools just to add to their arsenal that aren't even part of the regular deck, this is going to make it much more difficult to interact with. Because like you said, their problem is consistency. So now they have consistency through another hand. And that's going to be very beneficial for it. So I was actually happy to see, like, oh, maybe this Trunks Vegeta deck will get hit in some way, because as a red player, you know, with the current red decks, that's our hardest fight, is anything that's going to be the barrier, the rest year on play effects.
You think, no, I'd like this input. You think that against Trunks Vegeta, the worst enemy is yellow? I can see that, though. But I'm wondering.
Against Trunks Cheetah, I think its worst enemy is red-blue. I think, but I was saying, like, the worst match for red is Trunks Cheetah.
Oh, I'm so sorry, of course, but because I was like, okay, it is. It probably.
But I think red-blue, if you have any type of red-blue build, which going into next set launch is going to be red-blue, I'm going to give you guys the slightest right now. I mean, there's obviously no other way to build it. But,
we're going to make a video, remember. Don't blow the
road. We'll add something on it soon. It's pretty wild. But that deck alone, you can't lose to Trunks. You just can't. Like, you look at them and you're just like, what are you going to do? You can't do anything.
Okay, so you got Trunks Cheetah. Any more? Well, your girl Launch. I mean, come on. If you're gonna put Launch in there, you know that girl.
Yeah,
she was on the chopping block.
If Launch was to get hit, I thought the leader was gonna get hit. I didn't think they were gonna let this leader skate by into this set. It just abuses the combo phase way too much. And
the yellow bar deck?
The Launch deck.
Oh, the Launch deck. I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's another deck I thought like it was probably gonna get hit. But now with that being out, like I said, there's builds that we've been messing with that turn 4 you're getting like close to 30 cards. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I agree.
But
so,
other decks, I think, I thought like going forward, if like Vidal counterplay was hit, because a lot of people were complaining about that, like red decks would have been not as good, so I was worried about that. But now they're not. So again, Launch becomes really good. Any deck that's using the Baby Unison is going to do really good. But Devil you don't need to hit our counterplay. Leave her alone.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'd like to see where the shit goes moving forward. I can't wait to look at all this new shit coming out. I'm pumped. Now I'm building all this shit. And I have a question for you, Josh, if you don't mind. If you're playing Launch, do you have a foil leader? Do you have like a what do you use, like a release, like a pre-release leader? What do you got?
I'm about to just hit up David and
with the right answer, Davidson TCG. If you're gonna get a motherfucking leader or motherfucking tokens, go to Davidson TCG. You can get a jersey, you can get a mat to get in the Vegeta Saiyan Army. You hate to see it. Look at Josh's. The drip continues. Never forget. But you can now get a metal leader. Never forget Pro Match, the motherfucking OG. Still our sponsor. You can get the motherfucking Pro Match on the motherfucking drip. But now you can get, so what Davidson TCG is gonna do is they make the metal leaders, but now they have become the greatest metal leader designers in the world, because they're gonna put the VSA logo on the leader. So it's gonna be like SS4 doing what the fuck ever SS4 is doing, and it's gonna
I'm gonna have to have him make me a custom. I think I'm gonna hit him up to try to get a barb or something for a Z Awaken leader.
That rocks. I would get a Vegeta leader with the shirt. You know, when Barbara cuts hair, he has like this he has this poncho he puts on people, and it's got the like Louis Vuitton shit. That shit's so nasty. Let me get a Vegeta shirt with that shit and the logo, and then like my nutsack on the back, and then just fucking Frank on the top. Me blowing bubble gums around it. But that's what I want to see. Now, I'm gonna get Davis and TCG to do crazy shit. I'm gonna have them do it. No, but for real, the VSA logo on the motherfucking leader cards. I can't wait. And then once they design that, I'm gonna fucking put it out there. It's gonna get sold out. You hate to see it. Oh, hey, what did you say about prices are dropping on cards because this banlist motherfuckers were trying to.
Yeah, I was just doing some price checking real quick before this video, just because I was curious. I had just gotten off work, and I'm like, I've been thinking about maybe selling some of my collection, but at the same time, I feel like right now it's not the time to sell. This is probably the lowest we've seen high-end cards.
People were putting their Bergamos on TCG real quick, like quick before it gets banned, and now they're like, okay, now take it back. But okay, if you're watching, it's okay to be wrong. So did you want a big ban list? That's okay, be wrong. Put it on the comment below. Are you like, did you not want a big ban list? Did you want a couple of things banned? And again, all jokes aside, if you did want something banned, there's nothing wrong with that. I get it. Why is that? What deck were you playing? Also, you can just ask. We can help. If you're having trouble against a fucking deck, there are answers. I think there's answers for just about anything. There's a couple of ridiculous things, though.
Except cooler.
Yeah, there's a couple of things coming out. Well, hold on. You can ape the cooler for free now. There are things you can do against this fucking cooler. Like, you do need 3 energy. There's some shit. Like, a good player... I mean, negating with...
Ground now with that new unison is going to be snapped. Okay, you got 2 open energy.
Oh, you have...
definitely free play this because I don't have to waste an energy now.
3 energy you got open? Let me free play a Burly Crown. That's good. You have 3 open, right? You know that video of the guy shuffling his hand playing Yu-Gi-Oh? Talking about like cards in hand?
Mm-hmm.
Cards in hand?
Yep.
That guy? That's gonna be me! They should have tagged me in the video! I'm gonna be like that, shuffling, cards in hand. 3 up. How many energy up? 3?
Yep.
How many energy? 3? And I'm gonna free play one with the leader. You hate to see it. And then I'm gonna look at your hand and be like, you know what? Give me the 2 coolers. No, I'm gonna play another one. You don't have a counterplay. It's okay. Give me the other one.
Exactly.
Give me the other one. Oh, you don't have the ape? It's okay. Just give me the loot.
The hardest part is if you take the super combo or the cooler. It's up in the air at that point.
Give me the loot. I'm gonna play 4 Broly Crowns. 4 Broly Crowns. You hate to see it. The Eddie St. Hilaire of Red. I'll play 4 Broly Crowns. You hate to see it. Fuck it. I'll play 4 coolers too. Fuck it. I'll play fucking 6 coolers. I'm moving to Europe and I'm playing 7 coolers.